Hi there, good afternoon. This is Your Stocks. I'm Mangla Malu. With me is Sumaira Abdi. This is a show where we highlight and answer all your stock and investment related queries. For the market right now, while we're sitting with a gain of about 50 points on the Nifty, 0.6% on the Sensex, we're way off the highs of the day, yet again confirming that perhaps there is some supply at levels firmly above that 11,150 mark, and that's primarily because both the 200 and the 20-day moving average are out there. Let's see what happens in the last hour, but for now, suffice to say that we have come off the highs of the day. Hi, Sumaira.
Hi, Mangalam. Good afternoon. So let's get started. First up, our top stories. Market marginally off the day's high. Heavyweights HDFC, ICICI Bank and Reliance pull the indices higher. Sun Pharma rises after US FDA classifies its Halol plant as no action indicated. The mid-cap index is in line.
Reserve Bank Governor Shaktikanta Das urges the banks to link new loan rates to external benchmarks, says there is no asset quality review planned for NBFCs, and also adds that no NBFC will be allowed to fail.
Ujjivan shares are under pressure on worries about a holding company discount after the bank files a draft red herring prospectus for its small finance bank. Spandana Spurti shares slip below issue price following a tepid listing.
Earnings downgrades continue. Brokerages cut full-year estimates after the first quarter. Downgrades surged to nearly thrice that of upgrades. CLSA has cut FY20 earnings forecast by 5%.
And former Reserve Bank Governor Raghuram Rajan calls for a fresh set of path-breaking reforms, says stops and tactical action can only go so far. Tells CNBC-TV18 that private sector investment needs to be energized. Well, those are our top stories. Joining in today for Your Stocks, we have Rajesh Agarwal and Kiran Jadhav to answer all the queries being sent in by our viewers. Gentlemen, good afternoon to both of you. Our first query comes in from Danish Aga, who's on the line with us from Mumbai. Danish, hi, good afternoon. What stock do you want to talk about? PC Jeweler?
Yeah, I have PC Jeweler. I bought it for like 40 rupees. So I just wanted to know whether I should hold it for the festive season or which I should let it go.
Well, you know, Danish, I hate to break it to you, but there's a lot more going on with PC Jewelers rather than just the festive season. But did you buy it to trade in it, or did you buy it as an investment?
I bought it for the investment. I was worried with the current market situation, that's all.
Okay. Well, Rajesh, let me come to you on PC Jeweler. I know over the last days and weeks, we've actually gotten a lot of queries on stocks like this. But for somebody who's bought at 40, he's losing a considerable sum. What's the advice? Should he exit now, bite the bullet? What does he do?
So, my investment call for PC Jewelers is out of question because it's not a kind of stock that one should invest. If you look at the numbers are pretty bad. Bottom line went down by around 66%. There have been rating downgrades. We have seen a whole lot of negative news flowing in. And people watch for buying stocks which have dropped sharply from 80 to 90%. But it's very rare that the stocks gain to their old high. So I don't think it's any point to invest in a stock like PC Jewelry. It's better to stay off it. It's just a small loss which you are having right now. You never know, it can slip further. So get out of this stock. If you want to play the festive season or the jewelry story, then you can go for a Titan, of course. But PC Jewelry is still strictly sell.
All right, it's strictly sell word coming in from PC Jewelers. In fact, do we have... all right, Kiran, what would you suggest? I mean, he said he's bought it for investment, but for a stock that after so much news flow or after so much water has flown through the bridge, he's bought it at 40 rupees. Do you think that was the right move on his part?
No, I don't think so. Basically, an investor should always look at the trend, and right now it's in a clear downtrend. And as Rajesh rightly pointed out, this stock has the potential to fall down further. So looking at the chart pattern for now, I believe that there is a limited headroom and unlimited floor. So the downside is pretty big from here on. There is no conclusive trend reversal price pattern. Only when you get one should go long. But for now, I think it's a clear exit from my side as well.
All right. Thanks a lot for that. Ask you guys to just hang in there for a bit, because we're getting in some important corporate voices coming in. This one comes in from VP Nandakumar, who's the MD and CEO of Manappuram. He is joining us on the sidelines of the Motilal Oswal 15th Investor Conference, which is currently underway. Mr. Nandakumar, thank you so much for joining us. First up, if you could tell us a little about your business in Kerala. There have been floods in Kerala. What proportion of your overall AUM or overall business comes in from Kerala? And do these floods impact your business in recovery or loan growth, etc.?
So in Kerala, our overall business is around 5% of the consolidated AUM. And that also in impacted districts like Wayanad, Idukki, etc., our presence is less. So what could have been impacted in the consolidated AUM could be around 1.5% only. So that is one side. The second side, in the past also we have faced a similar situation like flood, cyclones in Tamil Nadu. What we have seen is, after this incident, there are so much of economic activities there for construction, etc., etc. For our type of customers, cash flow will be much better. So there used to be only a delay of 1 or 2 months. Thereafter, it comes back to normal. We have not been impacted with a decline in credit quality on account of these natural calamities in the past.
Mr. Nandakumar, good afternoon. Thanks much for joining in. Just a short while ago, the Reserve Bank governor has assured that, he will not allow any, or rather the Reserve Bank will not allow any NBFC to fail going forward. So in that context, I wanted to ask you, how has the credit line been from banks? And at the Motilal Oswal conference, what is the talk around NBFCs? What is the kind of response that you're getting from investors?
So I am happy that from RBI side there are several positive notes coming in. As far as we are concerned, we have not been impacted by any liquidity crisis, because our major product is the 3-month gold loan, where on an average the life expectancy or the tenure of that loan is around 72 days. Because of the positive ALM, we have not been so far impacted in this liquidity crisis. Our credit lines are strong, and we have been continuously getting from the banks as well as from the CP market, and new credit lines also have come. The second part of the question is about NBFC situation in the country today. A lot of optimism is seen, because Reserve Bank of India has rolled out several schemes to improve the liquidity position of the company, like priority sector status to some major sectors, etc., etc., bringing a lot of hope. So the general sentiment is that of hope.
Okay, and is that the reception from investors as well to NBFCs at the conference?
Yes, in our segment, like gold loan segment, there is increased interest is seen from the investors.
Mr. Nandakumar, I'm looking at all your, individual segments, and loan growth for the gold business has been just about 2.5%, whereas your other businesses, be it MFI, home loans, CV, all of them have grown at a much faster clip. What sort of guidance can you give in terms of loan book growth for the gold business and the others business, and in turn the overall business for this year?
So in gold business, we expect a growth of around 10 to 15%. In microfinance business, the growth could be around 50%, 50%. In the other business which are small, like vehicle finance, the growth could be around 80%, because the size is small. From 1,200 crores, we may reach around 2,000 crores. This is what we have budgeted, etc. Home loan we may grow by another 200 crores. This is our budget during the year, and we hope that we will be able to achieve this.
All right, Mr. Nandakumar, thanks a lot for joining us and giving us all those details. We also hope that your investors would hope rather you go ahead and achieve the guidance that you give without any sort of accident in your asset quality. But on that note, we'll take a short break, come back, we'll focus on some more stock queries when we return.